Welcome back to OT Sports. Today we got our Conference USA Conference Tournament predictions. We're doing all 32 college basketball conferences right here on this channel. If you include this video, we have, I believe, 19 conference tournament predictions already up on the channel, and we're gonna, be going crazy this whole week. We got a bunch coming tomorrow, Tuesday, and Wednesday. All the big conferences starting up. Very exciting time to be on this channel. Best March Madness content on YouTube, so make sure you subscribe. Turn on the noties to make sure you don't miss out whenever we post one of these videos. Along with college basketball, we do college football, NFL, NBA, and MLB. So if you're interested in any of that, make sure you go down there, subscribe. Thank you guys for the support recently. As always, my Discord next to the link in the description. You can join that, you can follow that, whatever you'd like to do. But let's get right into this bracket. So this is what you guys came for, the predictions. And this conference is actually a little bit of an interesting conference. None of these teams are really all that, I don't want to say that. There's some impressive teams, but I think this conference is pretty compact on, all the teams really are kind of close together for me. And honestly, I could make an argument for 6 of these teams of the 9 that could win this conference tournament. It's not the 6 you expect, I'll tell you that right now. So starting off with this 8 versus 9 game, this one, I don't think FIU realistically has a chance in this one. They're 282 in KenPom, 261 in offense, 265 in defense. They do play very fast, but I just don't see them getting past Jacksonville State here. Jacksonville State has the 140th ranked defense. I think they'll be able to slow them down enough, force some misses, and be good enough on offense. They're ranked 250 in offense, so I think they'll be able to get it done. Now moving into this, sticking with Jacksonville State, they're taking on the 1 seed now, and that is going to be Sam Houston State. Now Sam Houston State is actually the 3rd highest ranked KenPom team in this conference. They're ranked 177th in offense, 133rd in defense, so pretty well balanced overall. And looking back at Jacksonville State, 250 in offense, which is lower than anything Sam Houston State has, but 140 in defense. I think that could be the difference maker here. Both these teams have very, very good defenses, so it'll probably be a defensive game. But Sam Houston State does have the better offense, but I'm actually gonna do an upset here. I'm gonna take Jacksonville State. I think they have what it takes to take down Sam Houston State. I'm really not all that impressed with them. They're 20 and 11. Jacksonville State is 14 and 17, so a little bit better. But like I said, I'm not very impressed with Sam Houston State at all. So I'm going to go ahead and take Jacksonville State. I think they carry on the momentum from the win the previous day. Sam Houston State will not have played in a while. I'll go ahead and take the upset. I'll take the 8 seed to move on to the semifinals. We see it. It's already happened a bunch in other conferences, and I didn't pick it. So I feel like I got to start taking some here. So I'm going to go ahead and take Jacksonville State. Now taking a look at the 4 versus 5 matchup. This is another really intriguing one. Liberty is actually the 2nd highest ranked team in KenPom in this conference. So good on them. 110 in offense, 169 in defense. They were making some noise early in the season. They've kind of cooled off a little bit, but they're 92nd in non-conference strength of schedule. I think that's what ultimately gets them over UTEP here, but I wouldn't be surprised if UTEP makes a run in this tournament. They ranked 308 in offensive efficiency, but they're ranked 57th in tempo. So if they can just have a good shooting night, they and their defense forces a lot of turnovers. They're ranked 66th in defense. If they can just have one good offensive night, or just a little bit of a stretch, if they get hot, their defense is good enough to carry them. I think they have what it takes to win this whole entire tournament. But going up against Liberty in the first round is a little bit tough because I am very high on this Flames team. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Liberty Flames to move on to the semifinals to set up a date with the 8 seed in Jacksonville State. Moving down to the 2 versus 7 game, Louisiana Tech taking on Middle Tennessee, and I don't think Middle Tennessee realistically has a chance here. They're just outside the top 300 in offense, which just isn't going to cut it, and they're just inside the top 200 in defense. Louisiana Tech is by a pretty solid margin, the best team in this conference in KenPom. They're 40th from second place. Very well rounded too. 125 in offense, 61 in defense. I think that's the real difference maker in this game. I don't think Middle Tennessee will be able to score very much on them. Their offense is very bad, and their defense is better, but Louisiana Tech's offense is still very solid. They're 22-9. I'm gonna go ahead and take Louisiana Tech. The 3 seed Western Kentucky taking on New Mexico State. This one I didn't really have to think about too much. Western Kentucky has a very nice offense, very fast-paced offense, ranked 205 in offense, but also ranked 116 in defense, and they're actually the fastest team in Division One. They play the game as fast, so similar to UTEP, but not as good defensively, but better offensively. So a little bit more well-rounded, which I think overall helps them. Like I said, they're the fastest team in Division One, so if they can have one good if they can get hot, I mean, they're a tough team to beat. They're 19-11, and yeah, I think they should be able to take care of New Mexico State. They're the lowest ranked team in KenPom in this conference, so I will go ahead and take Western Kentucky. Now looking back at the top, the 8 seed Jacksonville State, can they continue their run all the way to the title game? That is the question. We're gonna look at it right now. So Jacksonville State, 250 in offense, 140 in defense. Compare that to Liberty. They are 110 in offense and 169 in defense. They beat them by a pretty solid amount in both offense and defense. They will have just beaten a very solid defense in UTEP. Jacksonville State, I was praising them for their defensive efficiency, but UTEP is actually quite a bit better. Jacksonville State's offense will be better, but I'm going to trust Liberty to get this one done. They have a very nice strength of schedule in the non-conference, and yeah, I'm going to go ahead and trust Liberty to get it done. I think they're overall a very well-rounded, very solid team, and I'm going to go ahead and take Liberty to move on to the conference title game. Now, this is the matchup that tripped me up a little bit. 2 seed Louisiana Tech taking on 3 seed Western Kentucky. And this one really made me think, because originally I was going to go ahead and take, I looked just on paper, I was like, okay, Louisiana Tech has the best overall record in this conference. Let's take a look at what they're doing. Oh, they're the highest ranked KenPom team also in this conference. I like a lot of their guys they have. So, on paper, I thought, Louisiana Tech. But if they get this matchup here with Western Kentucky, they might run into some problems. Because, like I said, if this Western Kentucky team has one good shooting night, they're a very hard team to beat. Their defense is just outside the top 100. Their offense just outside the top 200. But, like I said earlier, they play the game faster than anyone else. They're first in adjusted tempo. That is scary. But I'm going to go ahead and trust Louisiana. Have I been calling them Louisiana State the whole time? I'm going to go ahead and trust Louisiana Tech to get it done. I like their defense, and I think their offense is well equipped to take down Western Kentucky, even if it gets into a fast-scoring game, which I don't think it will, because Louisiana Tech's defense is ranked 61st. I think they'll be able to slow them down, but if they can't, their offense at 125 is still solid enough where I think they can compete. And I think, late in the game, if it comes down to it, their defense will get the necessary stops, and they will take down Western Kentucky. And now this title game is actually very intriguing as well. We got the top 2 KenPom teams in this conference, 4 seed Liberty taking on 2 seed Louisiana Tech. And yeah, this is also a very tough one to pick. I've been high on Liberty all season. I was kind of thinking that I was going to take them, just because I liked them early in the season, and they have a very good non-conference strength of schedule. Like I said, they are ranked. I believe they're ranked. I believe they're ranked 92nd. Don't quote me on that. Here, I'm gonna real quick try and find it. Yeah, Liberty 92nd in non-conference strength of schedule. They're a very well-rounded team, 110 in offense, 169 in defense, but so is Louisiana Tech up here. 125 in offense, 61st in defense. It is a little bit lower than offense, but the defense has about 100 spots in between the two teams. So Louisiana Tech a little bit more, defensive heavy. They got, yeah, I don't know. Both of these teams are pretty similar. I think Louisiana State has by far the better defense, but Liberty does have the better offense. So it's kind of just preference. What do you want, offense or defense? What it came down to for me is, first of all, Louisiana Tech is a lot higher ranked in KenPom. They're about 40 spots higher. Liberty 92nd in non-conference strength of schedule, which is why I really liked them. But I took a look at Louisiana Tech's here, and they are actually higher in non-conference strength of schedule. They're at 88, so they actually have played a tougher schedule in the non-conference than Liberty has. So for that reason, I'm going to go ahead and take Louisiana Tech, because that was the big reason I was high on Liberty, but Louisiana Tech actually beats them in that category too. I think their defense will be able to shut down Liberty's offense pretty solid, pretty easily, pretty handily, and I think their offense is good enough to score the required amount of points to beat them. So I'm going to go ahead and take Louisiana Tech here to punch their ticket to the NCAA tournament. So yeah, that's going to do it for the Conference USA tournament predictions. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, turn on the noties to make sure you don't miss out whenever we post one of these conference tournament videos. Like I said, we have, if you include this one, I believe 19 total videos on the channel right now. Make sure you go check those out. The most recent ones will be popping up on the screen right now. As always, my Discord next to the link in the description. You can join that, you can follow that, whatever you'd like to do. But I will see you guys tomorrow with some more conference tournament prediction videos. Hope you guys enjoyed this one.